what we have finished yesterday. Very good morning, all of you. So before going to that, I have noticed some mistakes that you have been done in your problems. Those who have sent the homework to me, and ఎవరైతే నాకు హోంవర్క్ పంపించారో వాళ్ళు చేసిన దాంట్లో కొన్ని మిస్టేక్స్ నేను ఐడెంటిఫై చేశాను. ఫస్ట్ విల్ రెక్టిఫై దోస్. ఆ మిస్టేక్స్ని మనం రెక్టిఫై చేసుకున్న తర్వాత జస్ట్ విల్ గో టు ద టుడేస్ క్లాస్. ఎందుకంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ వీ హ్యావ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ ద ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్. మన ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్లో ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, ద మెయిన్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్ ఈజ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో త్రూ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ సెంటెన్స్ ఇన్ ద టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ అండ్ యూ షుడ్ నాట్ మిస్ ఎనీ. సో దట్స్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. దానికి నేను అబ్జర్వ్ చేసిన కొన్ని మిస్టేక్స్ని మనం ఇప్పుడు ఐడెంటిఫై చేద్దాం. ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ సమ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ రైటింగ్ లైక్ square root 3, they are writing okay, and if they got 3 into root 2, they are writing this one as like this. So both are different. How can we say both are different? We can say that 3 into root 2 means 3 is a rational number, root 2 is a irrational number. Rational and irrational, rational into irrational, this is called a mixed number, rational and irrational. Here if you go with it's complete pure irrational here. This is not pure, this is mixed. Hope you understand. So this is mixed. This is 3 root 2 is completely different from cubed root 2. So 3 root 2 means I have 3 root 2's, root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. That's the same what we have done in general numbers. So 3 root 2 means 3 times the root 2 as multiplication. Here cubed root 2 means cubed root 2 is irrational number. It's a pure irrational. So that mistake I have found in some notes. Those who have sent homework to me, అందులో మీరు చేస్తున్న మిస్టేక్ ఇదొకటి. This is the first you have to identify. And second one, while you are writing a power minus n is equals to 1 by a power n, this should be written. And if you got 6 power minus 1, your answer will be 1 by 6. That means a minus indicates the reciprocal of this number 1 by 6. If you have 6 power minus 2, then you have to write 1 by 6 square. Like that you have to mention that I have found another. And one more is in simplification, 343 in problems, so many have done in like this. That's also right, but listen how to simplify those. Already I have mentioned in the group. Again, for all the students I am explaining again. 343 whole power, they have given 1 by 5. So when the asker simplify, we have to do whatever we can, what at most simplification we can, we have to complete. That means 343 can be, so many have written 7 cube. That's this is not wrong, this is right. But see, still it remains as a irrational number. 3 into 1 by 5, 3 by 5. How you can write this one into radical form? I need that. So this denominator should be the order of the surd, and 7 should be the base, and numerator will be the exponent. But still it remains as irrational number. If I want to make it as rational, I can write 343 as, how I can write? In 343, can we cancel any number over there? 343, can we cancel any number over there? 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. So we cannot cancel 3 over there. So 7 is the only number which you can go with. See, 7 4s are 28, 63, 9, 7 7s are 49. So you got only 7 cube. In remaining problems, 16 power 1 by 2, 128 whole power 1 by 7, you will get the rational, but it still remains irrational. That you have to mention. Still it is a irrational. So that you have to identify. And one more is, while doing irrational things, yeah, the question number 4, very interesting exercise 1.4. and listen to me all of you, there is the clear discussion on this in 1.4 fourth problem. Very clear discussion on in the page number 10. In your page number 10 definitely have very clear discussion about this, and we should not leave any, because we are not learning mathematics for getting marks. Just you have to remember that we are enjoying by learning mathematics. We should enjoy by learning mathematics. So to get marks or to get score, it is enough to practice some problems or exercise problems, but to enjoy the subject we have to learn the concept. So this is the most of the time so many students will have general doubt, but ఏంటంటే సార్ని అడిగితే భయం వల్ల లేకపోతే సంథింగ్ లైక్ ఇది అడిగితే అందరూ నవ్వుతారనో సమ్ డౌట్స్ వీఆర్ ఇన్హిబిటింగ్, అవి మనం ఉంచేసుకుంటాం. దానివల్లే వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ సమ్ ఫియర్ ఓవర్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్. ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ గెట్ ఎనీ ఫియర్, ఇఫ్ యూ ఆస్క్ ఎనీ డౌట్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ హ్యావ్, దెన్ యూ విల్ గెట్ ద ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఇన్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్. ఏంటి డౌట్ అంటే దాని ఫోర్త్ క్వశ్చన్ అందుకే అడిగాడు, ఒక స్టూడెంట్ అడిగిన డౌట్లా. ద రేషియో ఆఫ్ సర్కంఫరెన్స్ టు ద డయామీటర్ ఆఫ్ ద సర్కిల్, రేషియో ఆఫ్ circumference and diameter. If you take the ratio of these two, C by D, we will say it is represented by pi. But we say that pi is an irrational number. We are taking ratio, but we are saying this is irrational number. And generally in calculations, we will take pi is equals to 22 by 7. So how we can justify this? And so many students simply they have written that 22 by 7 in homework. They have written that 22 by 7 they have divided 7 into 22. They got something 3.148 and so on. Simply they mentioned that this is non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Hence it is irrational number. Do you agree with that? No. 22 by 7 is nothing but it's a rational number. If you write the number in the form of p by q, if you write the number in the form of p by q, definitely it is a rational, no doubt in that. In rationals we have only two things. One is terminating decimal and another is non-terminating repeating decimal. Definitely 22 by 7 is non-terminating repeating decimal. You can check and you have to check. You can and you have to. మీరు తప్పకుండా చేయాలి. చేసి ఎక్కడ రిపీట్ అవుతుందో నాకు పెట్టాలి మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా. రిపీట్ అవుతుంది, అది ఖచ్చితంగా రిపీట్ అవుతుంది. బట్ ఇట్ కంటైన్స్ మోర్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డెసిమల్స్. బట్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ రిపీటింగ్. I am again asking you the question. Generally we'll say that pi is equals to 22 by 7. Pi is irrational, but 22 by 7 is rational. The number which is written in the form of p by q is always rational. No doubt in that. Subject to the conditions, both should be integers. Numerator and denominator. Numerator integers aithe p by q form lo unte definitely it is a rational number. Simply one student ఏం రాశారు, సింపుల్గా క్వశ్చన్కి ఆన్సర్ 22 by 7 కాస్త కొన్ని నెంబర్స్ వరకు డివైడ్ చేసి, సో అది టెర్మినేట్ అవ్వట్లేదు కాబట్టి నాన్ టెర్మినేటింగ్ నాన్ రిపీటింగ్ రాసేసారు. ఇట్స్ హౌ వీ కెన్ సే దట్ నాన్ రిపీటింగ్, ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ వీ హ్యావ్ డన్ ఇన్ ఫస్ట్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ దట్ denominator is in the form of product of 2 and 5. Except 2 and 5 there is no another prime factor, then it is terminating decimal. And the denominator ni simplest form lo you can see that video also very clearly I have explained. Denominator simplest form ante numerator ki denominator ki inka common factors emi lenappudu denominator contains the prime factors either 2 or 5 or both, except 2 and 5. If there are any another factors, then we can say that it is non-terminating repeating decimal. అంటే సింప్లెస్ట్ ఫామ్ చేసిన తర్వాత డినామినేటర్లో 2, 5 ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ 2 కానీ 5 ఆ రెండే ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ అయితే దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ టెర్మినేటింగ్ డెసిమల్. 2, 5 కాకుండా ఇంక ఏ నెంబర్ ఉన్నా కూడా, ఏ నెంబర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఉన్నా కూడా దట్ ఈస్ నాన్ టెర్మినేటింగ్ రిపీటింగ్ డెసిమల్ అని మనం ఆల్రెడీ డిస్కస్ చేసాం. సో దట్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఆస్క్ ద క్వశ్చన్, how that pi will be irrational, how the 22 by 7 will be irrational. But what you have done, 22 by 7 అలాగా pi irrational కాబట్టి 22 by 7 కూడా irrational అని రాసేసారు. 22 by 7 is not irrational. This is the thing where everyone should concentrate. then why they have mentioned pi is irrational. In detailed explanation is given in page number 10. You can read over that. Even I will explain now, then you can read over that. Circumference of the circle and diameter of the circle are not always measurable quantities. వాటిని మనం ఖచ్చితంగా కొలవగలిగే కొలతలు కావండి. దట్ విల్ బి చేంజెస్ ఆల్వేస్. ఇట్స్ నాట్ కాన్స్టెంట్ ఆల్వేస్. ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మల్టిపుల్ ఆఫ్ సర్కంఫరెన్స్ ఈజ్ అంటే దాని అర్థం కూడా ఏంటి సార్, మెజరబుల్ కాకపోవడం ఏంటి సార్, సర్కంఫరెన్స్ నేను కొలిచేయగలను, డయామీటర్ కూడా నేను కొలిచేయగలను కదా సార్ అనొచ్చు మీరు. ఎస్, యు ఆర్ రైట్, యూ కెన్ మెజర్. ఎందుకు మెజరబుల్ కాదు అంటే సర్కంఫరెన్స్ ఈజ్ నాట్, వీ కెన్ నాట్ సే దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్వేస్ నాట్ ఏ మల్టిపుల్ ఆఫ్ 22. అది 22 మల్టిపుల్ అని ఆల్వేస్ నేను చెప్పలేను. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్వేస్ ఏ మల్టిపుల్ ఆఫ్ 7 అని నేను చెప్పలేను. ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా నేను చెప్పలేను. ఇట్ ఈస్ ర్యాండమ్. ఇట్ నెవర్ బీ కాన్స్టెంట్. ఆ రేషియో ఎప్పుడు కాన్స్టెంట్ అవ్వదు. అలా రేషియో తీసుకుంటే, ఆ రేషియోను కంపేర్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తే, అండ్ యూ కెన్ సే దట్ సార్ 22/7 అంటే డివిజనే కదా, ఇక్కడ కూడా ఏదైనా నెంబర్స్ తీసుకుంటే డివిజనే కదా వస్తుంది. ఎస్, కానీ కాన్స్టెంట్గా ఒకే వాల్యూ రాదు. యు నో దట్, యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్. అన్నిటికీ అన్ని సర్కంఫరెన్స్లో 22 మల్టిపుల్స్ ఉంటాయా? ఉండవు. అన్ని డయామీటర్స్ 7 మల్టిపుల్స్ ఉంటాయా? ఉండవు. సో if you see this itself, diameter is 7. If you take diameter is 7, circumference formula is 2 pi r, you know that. So pi into 2r. So pi into diameter. So diameter is 7 and pi is, if you go with 22/7 and 7 will be cancelled, and pi will be 22 and 2 pi r will be 22. So that means 2 pi r is equals to 22. If you take, what will be the diameter? Pi d is equals to 22, you will take. So 22/7 into d is equals to 22. Therefore 22 will be cancelled, d is equals to 7. We will mention that. By using that, by convention, because I have to use pi in so many problems, to take that convention, it's nearer to 3.14 always. Hence, I have taken the value of pi as 22/7, but pi never equals to 27. సార్ ఏదో చెప్తున్నారు, అక్కడేమో ఈక్వల్ కాదంటున్నారు, తీసుకుంటా ఉంటున్నారు. చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను. మీరు ఫిజిక్స్లో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వేసేటప్పుడు గ్రావిటేషనల్ కాన్స్టెంట్ జీ యాక్చువల్గా 9.8 meters per second. ఇది ఎగ్జాక్ట్ వాల్యూ ఇది. బట్ వైల్ క్యాలిక్యులేటింగ్ జీ ఇన్ సమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వీ విల్ టేక్ జీ యాజ్ 10. ఆ గ్రావిటేషన్ కాన్స్టెంట్ని 10 కింద తీసుకుంటాం. ఎందుకు 10 కింద తీసుకున్నాం? 9.8 తీసుకోవాలి కదా సార్ అంటే బై కన్వెన్షన్. మనం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వేసేటప్పుడు కన్వెన్షన్ కోసం తీసుకుంటాం. సో ద సేమ్ వే పై వీఆర్ టేకింగ్ యాజ్ 22/7. కన్వెన్షన్లో మన క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్లో 22/7 కింద తీసుకున్నాం. వై? బికాస్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇర్రేషనల్ వీ కెనాట్ టేక్ దట్ ఇన్ టు ద కన్సిడరేషన్. వై? బికాస్ another example I will give. So 22 divided by 3.1480 and so on and rasan anukondi, neither repeating nor recurring decimal. So then I will get, I cannot divide this 3.14 with 22 or 22 with 3.14. Hence I have taken pi as 22/7. And you may ask another doubt that, sir 20 ఏ తీసుకున్నా ఇక్కడ డివిజనే చేస్తాము, అప్పుడు neither repeating nor recurring decimal రాదు కదా. Yes, square root 2 చూసాం. Square root 2 we have another method to calculate 2. Is it? Square root 2 అంటే డివిజన్ చేయాలా? Another method, that's division is different. Square root method. Like that, calculating pi is calculating the ratio between the circumference and diameter. We have another method. So that comes in your higher standards. There they got the calculation up to some decimals, like Archimedes. He has done the first thing up to that value between pi lies between 3.1408452 to 142.857. So has done some application methods to get that value. That's why we have done that pi is irrational and 22/7 is rational. So the answer for the fourth question in your exercise to be written as pi is irrational, as you have that in 10. Pi is irrational as that the circumference and the diameter are not exactly measurable quantities. Hence, by convention, we are taking pi as 22/7. 22/7 is rational, pi is irrational. that you can conclude that for that problem. So I got the remaining, all of you have done very well. And problem number 5, while doing the problem number Roman number 5, in that fourth problem, what I have got some of you. Square root of 6 by square root of 3 minus square root of 2. For this problem, we have done well. First, square root of 6 by square root 3 minus square root 2 equals square root of 6 by square root 3 minus square root 2 times square root 3 plus square root 2, or again by square root 3 plus square root 2. There you have to go. Here, by multiplying here, that's the sum, have done some doubts or expressed some doubts here. So here have to multiply square root 6 into root 3 plus root 2. That I have explained you example. Square root 6 into square root 3, nth root a into nth root b, you will get nth root a b. 6 3s are 18. That's okay. Plus square root 6 into square root 2, you will get square root 12. That's also okay. By here a minus b into a plus b, always I will get a square minus b square, so that root 3 square minus root 2 square. In the first video, I have explained how that square and square root are cancelled. They won't cancel. We have raised it to that power. Just you watch that video to get why that square and square root will be cancelled. That's what I am asking. Each and every tiny, that means very small doubts also you have to express and you have to get that. So here you will get root 18 plus root 12. No, you won't get 9 minus 4. You will get here 3 minus 2. Because square and square root will be get cancelled, and square and here also square root will be get cancelled. Generally they won't be cancelled. I explained you how to. So that you will get 3 minus 2. So the numerator you will get root 18 plus root 12 by 1. So many have finished like this, root 18 plus root 12. But still I can simplify. He is asking to simplify. If he is asking to simplify, I have to check utmost simplification. That means there, like in your chemistry atom is the smallest particle which we cannot divide further. The same simplification should be done which you cannot simplify further. Inganu simplify cheyaleni position ki తీసుకెళ్ళిపోవాలి. So ఇప్పుడు square root 18 is still I can simplify. How I can simplify? You can understand. Already I explained 18 with only prime numbers you have to divide. Prime factorization. So prime numbers 2 9s are 18. Again 2 cannot be cancelled. I will go with 3 3s. Is it? So then root 18 can be written as square root of 2 into 3 into 3. Similarly, plus root 12 can be written as 2 into 3. So finally what I will get is in square root, if I have the two numbers, that again for that number square root will be cancelled. So for that 3 into 3, from out of square root I will get 3. And 2 remains in the square root, 3 root 2. Again in this 2 I will get 2 outside, and 3 will be remain in the square root. So I will get the answer 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. That will be the final answer. And here I am mentioning this is 3 root 2. We should not mention this 3 into the root. అంటే ఈ 3 root 2ని కొంతమంది స్పీడ్లో ఎలా రాస్తున్నారంటే ఈ 3ని ఇందులో మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు. దిస్ ఆర్డర్, దట్స్ అది నేను ఫస్ట్ మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను ఈరోజు క్లాస్లో. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ప్యూర్ ఇర్రేషనల్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ మిక్స్డ్ rational and irrational. I think you might have understood about this. I'm repeating again. Simplification means 18 I have to write as prime numbers factorization. So 2 into 3 into 3. Similarly 12 can be written as 2 into 3. So then from the 2 under the square root, so I have to take one of them outside. So 3 and square root 2. 2 will be remains in the square root because there is no another 2. Here 2 2s are there. I have to take 1 2 outside and 1 3 remains in the square root. So you will get the answer as 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. This is the simplification. I cannot simplify further. So that is the final answer for this problem. You can, 6th Roman also you have to apply the same. So you have to do utmost simplification for final answer. And even 7th problem, so many has done very good. Root 10 minus root 15 by 2 root 2. They have given the values of square root 2 and square root 3 and square root 5. So you have to take those values into that substitution. Right. And then Eighth problem, still so many have to do. You have to complete that problem. And very, very important, ninth one. So I will explain the ninth one now. So ninth one, what we have to see here? Fourth root 81 minus 8 into cubed root 343 and plus 15 into fifth root 32 plus square root of 225. This is the question they have mentioned. That's why in ninth class, from the beginning to up to this problem, we don't have any surds, any irrational numbers with these powers, fourth root, cubed root, fifth root. That's why in introduction I have given how it will be the surd. Only surd means it is not confined for only square roots. It can be cube roots, it can be fourth roots, it can be fifth roots. If I write like that, when we can say that is a rational or irrational? If that number cannot be written as nth power of given, that means if 81 cannot be written as fourth power of any other number, I'm repeating the definition of surd again because it helps you in your higher classes even. 81 cannot be written as the fourth power of any other rational number, then fourth root 81 will be called a surd or irrational. If you can write, it is not irrational. So we'll go with fourth root 81. So each number we have to take, and it is very, very convenient to write, to express that number as product of primes. If you write that number as product of primes, it will be very easy to check whether it is rational or irrational. So 81, it doesn't divide by 2, the first prime number, then I will go with 3. So I got 3 27s will be the 81. And again, I can go with 2 won't be cancelled here, 3. So I will go with 9. And again, you know that 3 and 3. So 81 can be written as fourth power of other rational number. Hence, fourth root 81 is not a irrational. Not irrational. So that equals to, now fourth root 81 can be written as 3 power 4. And next one is 343. I have to take that 343. Just now we have completed that. So 343, it is divided by 7. It won't divided by 2, 3, 5. I have to take only the prime numbers. 2 won't divide, 3 and 5. So definitely 7. The next prime number divides by 49. Again 7 by 7. So 343 can be written as 7 cube. So what I will get, minus 8 into cubed root 7 cube. And similarly, 15 into that 32 can be written as, if you go with 2, it divides with 2, 2 16s, 2 8s, 2 4s, 2 2s. So 5 2s you will get. So fifth root 2 power 5. And finally, square root 225, if you go with 225, generally we'll go with 5 directly, but I preferably starts with prime numbers. So I will get 3 first, 3 7s 21, 3 5s, again 3 25, then rest with 5. So 5 into 5. So I got finally 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. Now this is again converting this radical form into exponential form. How we can do that? If it is nth root a power m, nth root a power m is nothing but a power m by n, that I have mentioned in the starting in the definition. Nth root a power m is equals to a power m by n. A should be written the same. This exponent should be written in the numerator, and this order should be written in the denominator. So that by applying that, I will get here 3 to the power of 4 by 4 minus 8 into 7 power 3 by 3 plus 15 into 2 power 5 by 5, and plus here already square root we have done previously. In 2 3s I will get 1 out of them, and 5 1 out of them. So we won't get the square root again. So if you observe here, 4 will be cancelled, I get 3, minus 8 into 3 will be cancelled, I will get 7, plus 15 into 5 5 got, I will get 2 plus 3 5s are 15. So here 3 minus 56 plus 13 plus 15. While doing this, I will add all the positive numbers once. That means 3 plus 30, 33, 33 plus 15, you will get 48. Is it? You can mention that answers. Minus 56. So finally your answer will be minus 8. This is quite interesting problem. Definitely I will give you some more examples, some more problems like this in your examination even. So you have to prepare well for even that. So this is the way you have to simplify. Simplify means just you have to remember that definition always as, if this number cannot be written as fourth power of any other rational number, then it will be rational. Otherwise it is rational. If it is rational, how we have to simplify? This is the way to simplify an expression. And then I will go with one more problem in your last Roman so that you can finish this chapter as well. So I will explain the problem number 2nd in 10th Roman, second problem itself. So in second, what they have given is root 5 plus root 3 divided by 2 root 5 minus 3 root 3 equals a minus b root 15. And they are asking the question as, if a and b are rational numbers, find the value of a and b in each of the following. Here somebody should have a doubt that what I have to, because numerator is also irrational, denominator is also irrational. Numerator irrational and denominator irrational. With what I have to multiply? With root 5 minus root 3 or 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3? With what I have to multiply? We have to check the right hand side part. In right hand side part, they have given a minus b root 15. A minus b root 15 means that is numerator. So numerator is irrational. So by 1, is it? So that means denominator is rational. So denominator is rational. That why we have to rationalize the denominator. What question lo mention cheyarandi kani manam check chesukovali. So we have to divide, we have to rationalize the denominator. So what is RF? So RF of 2 root 5 minus 3 root 3 is 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3. I am repeating again and again. You should not insert this 2 into this square root. If you insert this into that square root, it becomes another way. This 3 inserts in this, you will get cube root 3, not 3 root 3. Both are different. Please be careful in that. So now I multiply the numerator and denominator with root 5 plus root 3 by 2 root 5 minus 3 root 3 into 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3 by 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3. And the very important thing here, the simplest way I will explain how to multiply. Generally, just I will explain with another example and we will do with the same. Previously, we have done root 6 into root 3 plus root 2. Please listen carefully, all of you. Root 6 into root 3 plus root 2, we have done root 6 into root 3 as root 18 and root 6 into root 2 is root 12. And then we have simplified again. But what I will do now is, first itself I will simplify. That means square root 6 can be written as root 3 into root 2. Is it? Listen carefully. Root 6 can be written as root 3 into root 2. Is it? Is it okay? Then, if I multiply root 3 into root 2 with root 3, observe carefully this step. If you can apply this simple logic, asla manam anta inka easy ga simple ga cheseyochu. Kabatti okasari aa logic ni ardham chesukodam try cheyandi. Root 3 into root 2 is multiplied with root 3. If you multiply with root 3, what happens? Root 3 into root 3 will becomes 3 root 2 plus root 2 into root 2 becomes 2 root 3. That's over. Need not to simplify again root 18 with prime factorization. You may have the doubt. Sir, ikkada multiply చేసేటప్పుడు root 3 into root 3 తో చేసాము. root 2 into root 3 తో కూడా చేయాలా? No. Multiplication, for example, 1 into 2 into 3. What you will get? 1 into 2 into 3 you will get 6. అంతేగాని 1 into 3 2 into 3 1 into 3 3 2 into 3 6 3 6 are 18 అనం కదా కదా. సో దట్స్ వై మల్టిప్లికేషన్ చేసినప్పుడు 1 టైమే చేస్తాం. 1 into 3 చేస్తే దాన్ని మిగిలిందని 2తో చేస్తాం అంతే. సో ఇక్కడ √3 into √3 చేశాను, 3 వచ్చింది, దాన్ని √2తో మల్టిప్లై చేశాను, 3 √2. √2 into √2 2 వచ్చింది, 2 into √3 బికాస్ దే ఆర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్. ఇక్కడ ఇది చూస్తే ఓకే √3 ఆర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్. సో వీళ్ళిద్దరిని మల్టిప్లై చేసేద్దాం ఫస్ట్ 3. సో రిమైనింగ్ దాన్ని మల్టిప్లై చేద్దాం √2, ఎందుకంటే 3 √2తో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే ఐ గాట్ 3 √2. Similarly here √2 into √2 just the 2 and this will be √3. I hope you understand. Otherwise just you pass and see it again, this procedure. So that will be the very simplest version. You can do in that version also. Otherwise direct version that you can do. Why? Because here that will be very useful. Observe here. First I have to multiply √5 into 2 √5 plus 3 √3 plus √3 into 2 √5 plus 3 √3 whole divided by denominator. Always we know that a minus b into a plus b, I will get 2 √5 whole square minus 3 √3 whole square. This is simple. And now I am applying my logic here. √5 into √5 will become 5 into remains 2 plus here I cannot do anything because these two are I won't get the root outside. So I will get 3 into √5 3s are 15. I have left with no option. I have to write total. Again here also 2 √3 into √5 I don't have any option. So 2 √15 plus here I have 3 into √3 will again becomes 3. So 3 into 3 whole divided by this I have explained before. 2 square 4, √5 square 5, 4 into 5 20 minus 3 square 9, √3 square 3, 9 3s are 27. I'm 2 √5 whole square is nothing but 2 √5 into 2 √5. That means 2 2s are 4 into √5 becomes 5. So 4 5s are 20. So that's why here I'll get 20 minus 27. So the final I will get the answer as equals 10 plus 3 √15 plus 2 √15. If you think fruit 15 as a chocolates, 3 chocolates plus 2 chocolates, I will get 5 chocolates. So that is 5 √15 plus 3 3s are 9 divided by 20 minus 27 becomes minus 7. So finally 10 plus 9 19 plus 5 √5 divided by minus 17. And this we have to make equal to, see, 19 plus 5 √15 by minus 7 should equals a minus b √15. Now I have to find a and b as rational numbers. If I go with a as 19 and b as 5, then what about minus 7? So first I have to separate. How? 19 by minus 7 plus 5 √15 by minus 7 equals a minus b into √15. And then the next step will be, if denominator has the negative symbol, just we will keep that to numerator. So it will becomes minus 19 by 7. And here you will keep plus of minus, you will keep as minus. So 5 by 7 √15 equals a minus b √15. So if you compare what is a here, minus 19 by 7, a will becomes minus 19 by 7. And what is b here? See, here b is nothing but coefficient of √15. Here coefficient of √15 is 5 by 7. Symbols are same, minus and minus. So b becomes 5 by 7. b will not get minus. Why b will not get minus? Because already minus over here. Minus and minus both are equal. Then b is nothing but just, it's a coefficient of √15. So √15 coefficient is 5 by 7. Here √15 of coefficient is b. Hence b is equals to 5 by 7. So this is the way we have to compare to get the unknown quantities. So this is the, friends, these are the problems in the first chapter, real numbers. in this ninth class, what we have learned, the first one is what is irrational, how we can say that irrational numbers and rational numbers without calculating and without division, with division also. So we have learned the definitions of irrationals and certs, operations of irrationals, because as soon as completion of the ninth, somebody asks what you have learned. So I have learned in first chapter about real numbers, that real numbers consist of irrationality, irrational numbers, their definition, operation on irrational numbers, and finally rationalization and certs. These are the things, these 5 topics you have to explain to anybody. You are in a position to explain to anybody that I have learned about this. And some logical questions also have learned why that pi is irrational and 22/7 is rational. So just calculate, just prepare well for this, and definitely I will conduct an online examination and I will send that link to in my status and to your group. So try to get that. And the test most thing what you have to do is you have to answer only one time by logging with your name. You have to try to only one time, and you should not write too many times to get the 100%. Mocks are not constant, but you have to practice. Wish you good luck. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning maths. Good luck. Bye.